Hello viewers, today we are going to discuss the topic prime numbers. Prime number is one of the kinds of numbers we have in mathematics. It's a very special kind of number in the sense that its properties are rare. Alright, so when do you say that a number is prime? Now look at the first condition, look at the conditions for you to say that a number is prime. Okay, so here for you to say that a number is prime, the first condition is that that number you are talking about must be greater than 1. That is why I said here that it must be greater than 1. Another condition is that it must have two factors. When I say two factors, I mean that up to two numbers must divide it. It cannot be less than 2, it cannot be more than 2. Once this condition is satisfied, you can now say that that number is a prime. And finally, the two factors that must divide that number must be itself and 1. Hence, a prime number is a number that is greater than 1 and has just two factors. A prime number is a number that is greater than 1 and has just two factors. The two factors being itself and 1. There are numerous examples of prime numbers. Most students every now and then think that 1 is a prime number. 1 is not a prime number, it doesn't satisfy condition 1. 2 is that it doesn't satisfy condition 2 and even condition 3 because 1 has just one factor. It doesn't have up to two factors. And again, 1 is not greater than 1. Therefore, you cannot say that 1 is a prime number because 1 does not satisfy the conditions of being a prime number. Now, having known the meaning of a prime number as a number that is greater than 1 and has two factors, and the two factors being itself and 1, let us now see some of the examples of prime numbers. The first example of prime numbers is 2. Another prime number is 3. 2 is a prime number because only 1 and 2 can divide 2. 3 is a prime number because only 1 and 3 can divide 3. Now, 5 is a prime number because only 1 and 5 can divide 5. 7 is a prime number because only 1 and 7 can divide 7. 9 is not a prime number. Most students think that 9 is a prime number. 9 is not a prime number because 9 is having 3 factors. 1 can divide 9, 3 can divide 9, and 9 can divide 9. So you can now see that 9 has 3 factors and 9 is not a prime number. Okay, another prime number is 11 because only 1 and 11 can divide 11. 13, only 1 and 13 can divide 13. 15 is not a prime number because 3 can divide 15, 5 can even divide 15. So the next prime number is 17, 19, 23, etc. So there are numerous examples of this prime number. There are these special numbers that are having just two factors, the two factors being itself and 1, and for a number to be prime, it must be greater than 1. Now, having learned the meaning of a prime number and examples of prime number, let me now give you the trick you will use to check if a number is prime. So at this point in time, we want to check if a number is prime. That is what I call how to check if a number is prime. Now, for example, now, if you have the number 83, you know that this number is big, all right? Unlike the first 5 prime numbers, that is 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, etc. You can easily know them as prime numbers because getting their factors is very easy, all right? But this time around, when you have numbers as large as 83 or even beyond 83, how do you now know if it's a prime number? To know if a number is prime, the first thing you do is to look for a perfect square that is a bit higher than that number. In fact, the perfect square that is closest to this number but bigger than it. For example, now 81 is a perfect square because the square root of 81 is 9, no decimal. But 81 is more than 83. Hence, we go for 100 because the next perfect square is 100. Now, the square root of 100 is 10. Okay? So, we are going to use 100 to test if this 83 is a perfect square. It's is a prime number. So I repeat again, if you want to check if a number is prime, first of all, check the closest perfect square. When I say perfect square, I mean those numbers that have exact square root. When you get their square root, it will not be an irrational number. It will not be a number that will be giving you decimals, just a whole number. For example, 81 and 100 are the closest perfect square to 83. All right, but 81 is smaller than 83, so I will not take the smaller one. I will go for the higher one, 100. Now the square root of 100 will give me 10. Okay, so the square root of 100 will give me 10. Now the next thing I will do is that I will try to find the prime numbers below 10. I will get the prime numbers below 10. The prime numbers below 10 are 2, 3, 5, and 7. These are the prime numbers below 10. Okay, now since I've got the prime numbers below 10, I will try to see if any of these prime numbers below 10 can divide 83. If any one of these numbers divides 83, it means that 83 is not prime. Let's check 2. Can 2 divide 83? No. Any number that ends with 3 cannot be divided by 2. So this is wrong. Can 3 divide 83? No. For you to know if a number is divisible by 3, add the digits. 8 plus 3 is 11, and 3 cannot divide 11. Therefore, 3 cannot divide 83. Can 5 divide 83? No. Because for a number to be divided by 5, that number must end with 5 or 0. So this cannot go. Can 7 divide 83? Let's see. 7 divide 8 is 1, remainder 1. 7 cannot divide 13. Therefore, none of these numbers can divide 83. Hence, 83 is prime. 83 is prime. But if one number here divides 83, it means that 83 is not prime. So let's take one problem again. Okay, now let's say 137. We want to know if 137 is a prime number. That is what we want to check now. Now, the closest perfect square to 137 could be 121 and 144, because square root of 121 is 11 and square root of 144 is 12. So these are the two closest. In fact, you will see that 137 is between 121 and 144. But I'm not going to take 121 because it is smaller than 137. Therefore, I will take 144. Now, the square root of this 144 will give me 12. Therefore, I will write out all the prime numbers below 12. All the prime numbers below 12. And those prime numbers are 2, 3, 5, 7, and 11. These are the prime numbers below 12. Now, I will check if any of these numbers can divide 137. If any of them divides 137, it means that 137 is not prime. So let's see. Can 2 divide 137? No, because any number that ends with 7 cannot be divided by 2. Can 3 divide 137? No, because 1 plus 3 is 4 and 4 plus 7 is 11. 3 cannot divide 11, therefore 3 cannot divide 137. Can 5 divide it? No. For a number to be divided by 5, it must end with 5 or 0. Can 7 divide it? Let's see. If I divide 13 by 7, I will get 1 remainder 6. Can 7 divide 67? No. So 7 cannot divide it. Now, can 11 divide 133? No. So you see that none of these numbers can divide 137. Therefore, 137 is a prime number. If you've enjoyed what you've watched, kindly subscribe to my channel so that you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. Thank you.